A possible challenge to Hillary Clinton coming from the left. Former governor of Montana, a Democrat, very popular in his time as governor, Brian Schweitzer, has come out and he's made a couple of different statements of positions that he has. And look, if you're a liberal in America and you're frustrated with both Barack Obama and also with what Hillary Clinton is likely to be like, this is stuff that you're probably going to like. So first he talks about Edward Snowden. He says, if Edward Snowden is a criminal, then so are a lot of people that are working with the CIA and the NSA who have been spying illegally on American citizens. They ought to grant Snowden clemency. Now, that is something that most of the hosts on TOIT believe in, or that he should get, at best, a little bit of time in jail, probably clemency. But it's not something that you're going to get out of the Obama administration, and we have no reason to believe that Hillary Clinton would be any more in favor of it. When it comes to issues of the increase of government power, when it comes to issues of national security, Hillary Clinton is no leftist. She's not even a moderate. And people seem to forget that just because she seems like a nice lady. She occasionally dances in photos. So I'm glad that he staked out that position on Edward Snowden. When it comes to Afghanistan, he says 6 months after we arrived in Afghanistan, Al-Qaeda was gone, they'd left. So now, in the longest war in the history of the United States, we're fighting someone called the Taliban. Never attacked us, never tried to attack us. They live in the Stone Age. I've been there. Even if they wanted to attack us, they wouldn't find a way. Now, look, I don't believe that in no way the Taliban is capable of harming American interests. We have to remember that at one point they were allowing Al-Qaeda training camps to be in Afghanistan. So I think that he's a little off there. But he certainly understands how harm is generated, at least in a general sense. The idea that the Taliban is going to bomb us or anything like that seems hard to believe at this point. And yet they found it very easy to kill American soldiers when we ship them over to where they are and put them in the sights of their guns. So I'm glad that he has that view on the war. Would he be willing to go to war with Iran? Perhaps. Seems less likely based on this quote. Now, look, I don't know that Brian Schweitzer is the answer to Obama, the answer to Hillary Clinton in 2016. We should bear in mind that as a Democratic governor of Montana, he was extremely popular for most of his terms. He had an approval rating above 60%. And what I like about him is that he doesn't shy away from being slightly dramatic when it gets his point across. He used the veto power 74 times when he was the governor. Not a single one of them was overridden when it went back to the legislature. So I like that. And it's perhaps a bit flamboyant, but in several cases he actually used a branding iron to veto the bills. And so if you've been waiting for some sort of strong show of leadership from a Democrat, that's something at least. Now, that's not to say that he's perfect. Now, for every good issue, there's also potentially a bad issue. Now, yes, he did say at one point that he thought that single payer would be great for Montana. We love that. Don't love it so much when he signs and seems to be in huge support of a bill that says that any firearm manufactured in Montana will be exempt from all federal gun legislation. One, that's incredibly unconstitutional, and two, it seems unwise. And so, look, seems like a great guy when it comes to things like national security, things like the NSA, perhaps even healthcare, but he's not the perfect candidate, and I don't think that we've found the perfect candidate just yet. But I am excited because I think that it is important that people who are actually on the left of the average in American politics, they have to get out there now because they have to influence at least Hillary Clinton. I don't know at this point if there's anyone that can beat him. I'm hoping that there is, and we will certainly keep our eyes open for them. Don't think it's going to be Roseanne Barr. But at the very least, if she is not beaten out by a different Democrat when it comes to the presidential primary, we have to hope that someone will come and force her to stake out a relatively leftist position because, unfortunately, with the way that our presidential elections are run, that might be the best that we get.